Hi, good afternoon. For this review video, I'm going to be going over the topic 9.1, differential equations and implicit versus explicit solutions. So we're going to be going over some differential equation basics and review, and then a new concept of implicit and explicit. So first, let's know the difference between them and what they are. So an implicit solution is an equation where x and y are on the same side of the equation. So for example, y cubed plus x squared equals 6. That would be an implicit solution since y and x are on the same side. Whereas an explicit solution is the equation that we have all seen and know. It's just y equals something. So for example, y equals x squared plus 8. X and y are not on the same side of the equation. Yeah, they're not on the same side of the equation sign. They are on opposite, and it's just y equals something. Okay, let's get into a example problem. The example problem is going to go over differential equations and then verifying that an equation is the general solution of a differential equation. This is first part. And what that means is pretty much we're going to verify that our equation y equals c over x is equal to the differential equation that we have. Okay, so our function is y equals c of x, and this is our given differential equation. Xy prime equals negative y. And we want to essentially set these equal to each other and see if they equal and if they're the same value. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is finding the derivative of y equals c over x. So I'm going to do that because I have a y prime in my differential equation. So to find the derivative, it makes it easier for me if I don't have a fraction, so I'm going to bring this x up to my c, and then when you bring a denominator to the numerator, it's always raised to a power of negative 1. And then the exponent gets brought down, gets multiplied, and then it's 1 minus the exponent. So now I have my derivative, and then we move over here. So now we have my derivative, which is y prime. In my differential equation, as I said before, we have a y prime. So we can just plug the value we got down here into that y prime and see if they equal each other. So I have my x, and then I have my derivative plugged in for y prime. And if you guys see, oh shoot, sorry, this is supposed to be a negative. I missed a negative in the problem. Okay, as we can see from our equation, our differential equation, we have a y in our differential equation as well, and I was given a y to start. So I'm going to plug that value in for our y, and then we solve to see if they equal each other. We're verifying to see if they equal each other and if they're the same. And in this case, they are, which is great. So we verified that y equals negative c over x is a general solution of our differential equation. The second part is saying find an explicit solution for the particular solution that satisfied the condition y of 1 equals 2. Now remember, when we have y of something equals another number, that is our coordinate point. So this is just y, comma 2. Okay, so what we do with that, we take our function that we were given, y equals negative c over x, and we are trying to solve for C to get our explicit solution. So we would plug our coordinate points in to solve for C, which would be -2 equals C over 1. And then I'm multiplying, sorry, I made an error, but I multiplied the 1 over to get rid of it. And so I just have C equals -2. And then our equation would be y equals -2 over x. Now this is our explicit solution, because remember, explicit means y and x are on different sides of the equation. If this problem was asking for an implicit solution, then we would need to multiply x over to the other side, where we would get yx equals -2. That would be an example of an implicit, because they're on x and y are on the opposite sides of the equation. So I hope this review video was helpful, just going over some differential equation review and covering what implicit versus explicit solutions are.